So students, in this lecture we are studying stages of development of zygote embryo. So सबसे पहले to understand this we had started with the beginning that in the embryo sac at the micropylar end there is egg apparatus which contains the two synergids and what the egg cell. In the middle there are two polar bodies and at the chalazal end there are three antibodies. Now suppose this is a pollen tube with the two male gametes penetrates at the micropylar end. The first male gamete fuses with egg cell to form zygote, a diploid single celled zygote. The second male gamete fuses with the polar bodies, that is called as triple fusion, right? So in this way the double fertilization completes when the zygote formation and the triple fusion takes place simultaneously. The triple fusion results in the formation of primary endosperm nucleus in the primary endosperm cell. As soon as the double fertilization gets completed, the antibodies and the synergids degenerate, disintegrate and degenerate. Then students, remember always the primary endosperm cell develops to form endosperm. Once the endosperm is formed, then only the zygote begins. Why? If you see, the zygote divides and redivides to form the embryo of multi-celled stage. But for this entire process, to divide and redivide, to develop into mass, the zygote and the recurrently coming cells needs lot of energy for their survival and for the further cell division. तो पहले energy source बन जाता है, that is endosperm. So endosperm is the energy source for the process of embryogenesis. So again, अब मैं बाकी embryo sac and endosperm नहीं दिखा रही हूँ, मैं सिर्फ zygote दिखा रही हूँ, which is at micropylar stage. Zygote is diploid single celled stage, right? This zygote divides transversely, that is horizontally, to produce two-celled pro-embryo. Here, the two cells which are formed after the transverse division of zygote has one upper large cell which is called as basal or suspensor cell and the lower embryo or terminal cell which will actually form the embryo. That is why it is called as embryo cell. Then these two cells again undergoes. Yes. Sorry, यहाँ पे आगे लिखा है. The basal cell undergoes transverse division to form like this structure, a vertical structure, whereas the embryo cell undergoes longitudinal division to form a horizontal structure. If you join these two, do you get inverted T stage, that is four-celled pro-embryo. समझ में आया? So suspensor cell divides transversely and the embryo cell divides longitudinally to form an inverted T stage pro-embryo containing four cells. Are these all cells will be diploid only? As this is going on through the process of mitosis. The divisions are mitotic divisions, that you remember. All the divisions are the zygote continuously divides and redivides by mitotic division to form the diploid cells only. Now students, these four-celled pro-embryo, again the upper cells will keep on dividing through transverse division only. Are you understanding? They will keep on dividing through transverse division, but the lower two cells again divides longitudinally to form a quadrant stage. Students, यहाँ पे हम mainly जो embryo cells है उनको ही, as we know, they will be eventually forming the embryo. They will be eventually forming radical, plumule and cotyledons. So these upper cells which are called as suspensory cells are not taking part in the formation of embryo. Who is actually taking part in formation of embryo? Embryo cells. पहला 2 cell stage था, अभी क्या बना? 4 cell stage. By which division? Longitudinal division. That is vertical division. So here I mention they are formed again by now it has become 4 cell stage. That is what is called as quadrant stage of embryo. Any doubt? Yes, Tanvi? Sure. अब ये जो quadrant है, they will divide transversely to form the octate stage, and is it now globular embryo, huge mass. So these cells will divide transversely to form the octate stage. यहाँ पे the stage is octate, but are there 2 tiers formed, layers? The upper tier and the lower tier. Here I. This is the upper tier, and this is the lower tier. Tier means layers. अब देखो, the cells in the upper tier will in future form radical and now what is hypocotyl? You will understand in the next diagram, not exactly here. अभी सिर्फ इतना याद रखो, these upper cells will form radical. Radical means a future root. मतलब क्या उल्टा झड़ देगा, यहाँ से रूट है, यहाँ से ली नहीं, ये बाद में इन्वर्टेड है ना, हम सो करते हैं ना सीडूस पैटर्न में, उस हिसाब से वो बराबर अपना पोजीशन ले लेता है. समझ में आया? ओके. वन मोर थिंग, ये जो सस्पेंसर सेल्स है, क्या है ये? सस्पेंसर. कीप ऑन डिवाइडिंग ट्रांसवर्सली. ये स्टार्टिंग से क्या कर रहा था? लॉन्गिट्यूडिनल डिवीजन कर रहा था. एट द ऑक्टेंट स्टेज इट हैज डिवाइडेड ट्रांसवर्सली. सबसे पहले हम बात करते हैं सस्पेंसर सेल्स. When they are dividing transversely, the topmost cell, does it swollen? Yes. Is it looking like a vesicle? That is why it is called as haustorial cell or vesicular cell. Are you understanding? The topmost cells of the all suspensor cells is swollen, looking like a vesicle. So it is called as haustorial cell or vesicular cell. Students, let me tell you one thing. अगर ये वाला upper tier क्या बना रहा है? Radical. We have studied radical will eventually become a root. And does a root has a root cap? Yes. So these lower suspensor cells which are in the contact of upper tier will help in the formation of root cap. Are you understanding? So this was portion which is in contact with these cells which will become in future radical and then root. They will help in the formation of root cap. समझ में आया? Okay. The lower tier cells will develop into plumule, that is the future shoot, and the cotyledons. How many? Because we are studying the stages of development of digon embryo. तो यहाँ पे कितने cotyledons develop होंगे lower tier से? 2 cotyledons, from which what will emerge? A plumule, that is a future shoot. समझ में आया? Now, in this way students, ये जो octant stage of embryo है, the cells of the octant stage of embryo now keep on dividing periclinally. ये मैंने already previous lectures में बताया. Anticlinal and periclinal, दो type के division. They keep on dividing periclinally and form a globular mass. Furthermore, globular mass of the embryo is it heart shaped. So this embryonic stage is now called as heart-shaped embryo, or you can also call it as caudate embryo. Understood? So this is called as heart-shaped embryo or caudate embryo. Because of the periclinal division, do you see 3 layers are formed? The outermost layer of the embryo will form protoderm, which is also called as dermatogen, the epidermis. The middle layer will form ground meristem, means initial stage of the formation of meristematic cells. They will keep on dividing to further add the material in the embryo. And innermost is procambium. Are you understanding? टिल हियर एनी डाउट? अब अगर आपको ये हार्ट शेप एम्ब्रियो समझ में है, इसका अगला डायग्राम इससे ही कंटिन्यू करना है. सो आई जस्ट इरेज दिस फर्स्ट एंड देन वी टॉक अबाउट द नेक्स्ट स्टेजेस. एनी डाउट टिल हियर? Okay, so students, just now we studied which stage of the embryo? Chordate stage, that is heart-shaped embryo. These are which cells? Suspensor cells. This uppermost is posterior cell or vesicular cell. यहाँ पे एक पॉइंट बताना रह गया कि जो सस्पेंसर सेल्स है, they keep on growing and growing and growing. Are they adding up the mass and putting pressure on this? तो अगर ये है एम्ब्रियो सैक, अगर ये है एम्ब्रियो सैक एट द माइक्रोपाइलर एंड, ये है हमारा हार्ट शेप एम्ब्रियो एंड ये नीचे क्या है? एंडोस्पर्म. बिकॉज ऑफ द इंक्रीजिंग मास ऑफ द सस्पेंसर सेल्स, इज इट पुशिंग द एम्ब्रियो इनटू द endosperm so that the embryo can derive more and more nutrition from the endosperm and can show the further development, further growth. Okay, so that is the role of suspensor cells to push the embryo into the endosperm. Now students, if you see this chordate stage, ये वाला जो है part, it further keeps on going deeper and this goes on growing into two cotyledons. Did we study the downside cells will develop into cotyledon, and from where what will emerge? Plumule. Are you understanding? तो ये डायग्राम फर्दर, ये जो हार्ट शेप था, क्या ये फर्दर और ग्रो हो गया? Is it growing and growing to form the cotyledons? क्या फॉर्म हो गया? So what are these two? Is it formed from the downside cells? You know, upper tier and lower tier. Lower tier cells will form plumule and cotyledons. तो ये जो बीच में दो cotyledons के बीच में जो grow हो रहा है वो क्या है? Plumule. And the upper tier, you know, ये वाला part, ये वाला part will develop into radical. Are you understanding? So in this way, is it the dicot embryo formed? Any doubt? अब इसको इन्वर्ट करके उल्टा करके लिखा. मैंने सिर्फ ये नीचे के सस्पेंसरी सेल और हाउस्टोरियल सेल अभी नहीं लिखा. आई ऑलरेडी इसको उल्टा किया. अब स्टूडेंट्स यहाँ पे एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट है, अगर वो समझा तो आपको एपिकोटाइल एंड हाइपोकोटाइल समझिए. तो यहाँ पे सबसे पहले ये जो एम्ब्रियो है, इसका जो ये वर्टिकल एक्सिस है, which axis? We call it as embryonal axis. What do we call it as? Embryonal axis. यहाँ तक समझे? ये दोनों cotyledons at the same level. चलो ये वाला थोड़ा अपर लेवल, ये थोड़ा लोअर. जो लोअर लेवल है वो सिलेक्ट करते हैं. कौन सा लेवल? देखो ये पहले cotyledon का थोड़ा अपर लेवल है, ये दूसरे cotyledon थोड़ा लोअर. तो लोअर लेवल से जो हॉरिजॉन्टल एक्सिस means the axis of cotyledons where it intersects with the embryonal axis, that point is called as tigellum. So what is tigellum? The point where the cotyledonous axis intersects with the embryonal axis is called as tigellum. And now very simple, the region above the tigellum is called epicotyl, and the entire region below the tigellum is called hypocotyl. And अब हमने इसको उल्टा किया है, तो will this side be right? That will be containing. मैंने क्यों नहीं दिखाया ये? क्योंकि ये जो लोअर सस्पेंसर सेल्स है, they will form what? Are you understanding? And ये जो अपर रीजन है ना cotyledon के बीच में से, what will emerge? Any doubt? समझ में आया? What is epicotyle and what is hypocotyle? Epicotyle will emerge out as cotyledons and limule, and the hypocotyle will emerge out as radicle containing root cap formed from suspensory cells. Any doubt? Understood? So this is the dicot embryo formed finally. Any doubt? Then later on students ये सब किधर हो रहा है? Embryo sac के अंदर. Now it depends. There are some plants where the embryo, where the developing embryo completely consumes the endosperm. Such seeds are non-endospermic seeds. But there are some seeds where some part of endosperm is consumed and some part is remain. समझ में आया? They are called as endospermic seeds. Any doubt? अब embryo sac के बाहर है nucellus. That also adds into the endosperm which is totally consumed. Nucellus के बाहर क्या है? Integuments. So finally this embryo will it appear like this? जहाँ पे it will carry outer seed coat है. What is the outer seed coat called? Testa. And the inner seed coat. And are these two cotyledons? Here internally you get to see limule at the upper side and radical at the lower side. दोनों के बीच में क्या होता है? हाइपो. देखो limule and radical के बीच में कौन है? Hypocotyle. Actually epicotyle merges with limule development. समझ में आया? Any doubt? Externally then इसमें और भी होता है. अगर externally हम ये seed को देखेंगे, so does it have micropyle as a micropyle only and the hilum as a scar, right? So in this way dicot seed is formed. Understood? Any doubt? From the embryo sac and from the ovule these many structures develop. Got it? Copy down this remaining part. Any doubt? ये लास्ट पॉइंट भी याद रखो. मैंने अभी बताया एक होता है एंडोस्पर्मिक सीड और एक होता है एंडोस्पर्मिक सीड, मतलब जिसमें सम पार्ट ऑफ एंडोस्पर्म इज कंज्यूम्ड ड्यूरिंग द फॉर्मेशन ऑफ सीड एंड द एम्ब्रियो, सम पार्ट रिमेन्स. बट जो नॉन एंडोस्पर्मिक सीड होता है जहाँ पे एंडोस्पर्म कंप्लीटली कंज्यूम हो गया, तो ऑब्वियसली ना एंडोस्पर्म कंज्यूम करके ही एम्ब्रियो बनता है. एम्ब्रियो का मेन पार्ट क्या है? Cotyledons. So where in case of non-endospermic seed, the cotyledons are fleshy and stores food. Obviously सारे endosperm खा लिया ना, तो they will be healthy and fine. समझ में आ रहा है? So in non-endospermic seed, the cotyledons are fleshy and stores a lot of food. Write down this point also.